Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Knowledge Podcast, your space to relax, learn, and grow in English and in life. I'm Laura, and with me, as always, is my friend Jack.
Hey everyone, it's so good to be here again. Laura, today's title really got my attention. Empty your mind, change your life. Sounds deep.
It is, Jack. Today's episode is not only about learning English words, it's about learning how to think clearly, how to remove stress, and how to connect with your best self while speaking English.
That's interesting. Sometimes my brain feels full of worries, plans, mistakes, and grammar rules.
Exactly. And when your mind is full of noise, it's hard to speak naturally. So today, we'll slow down, breathe, and learn to create mental space. Jack, what comes to your mind when you hear empty your mind? Empty.
Maybe meditation or trying not to think about anything.
Good start. But in English philosophy and in personal growth, it doesn't mean nothingness. It means letting go of thoughts that don't serve you, letting go of fear, comparison, and negative self-talk.
So it's not about becoming blank. It's about making space for better things.
Exactly. Think of your mind as a cup. If it's full of dirty water, old stress, fear, anger, you can't pour in fresh, clean water, new ideas, new confidence. Let's practice together, slowly. Repeat after me. My mind is open.
My mind is open.
I let go of fear.
I let go of fear.
I create space for peace.
I create space for peace.
Great. That's the sound of an open, ready mind. Before we continue, let's do a simple breathing exercise. Wherever you are, sitting, standing, even walking, take one deep breath in and breathe out slowly.
That feels good already.
Breathing is powerful. It's free, and it's the easiest way to empty your mind. In English, we often say, take a deep breath before you speak. It's advice for calmness and clarity.
So breathing helps both communication and confidence.
Exactly. When you breathe, your body relaxes. Your voice becomes clearer. Your pronunciation improves, and your brain stops racing. Let's repeat these short, focused sentences. I'll say them first, then Jack, you repeat, and our listeners can join you. I am calm.
I am calm.
I speak clearly.
I speak clearly.
I learn easily.
I learn easily.
When you repeat calm words, you train both your language and your mind. This is how learning English becomes meditation. Slow, peaceful, powerful. In this part, we're going deeper into the practice of an empty mind. This is where English learning becomes peaceful and peace becomes your teacher.
That sounds beautiful, Laura. But what if my mind keeps talking? Like, even when I try to relax, I start thinking about work, my phone, or something that happened yesterday.
That's normal, Jack. Everyone's mind talks. It's like a radio that never stops. But here's the trick. You don't have to fight the noise. You just notice it and let it pass.
So I don't push the thoughts away.
Exactly. You observe them. Imagine your thoughts as clouds in the sky. They come and they go. You are the sky, calm, wide, and peaceful. Let's try this together. Find a comfortable position. Take a slow breath in and out. Now imagine you're standing by a clear blue lake. The water is still. The wind is soft. Your reflection looks calm, peaceful, confident. You drop a small stone into the lake. It makes ripples. circles that slowly disappear. That's what happens when you let go of a thought. It touches your mind for a moment, then fades away.
Such a nice picture, Laura. It actually helped me feel lighter.
Yes, that's the power of imagery in English, using language to see with your mind. It helps your vocabulary grow and your emotions calm down. Let's learn a few useful English words from what we just did. 1. Calm, peaceful, relaxed. Example, I feel calm when I listen to soft music. 2. Let go, to release something, to stop holding it. Example, let go of your fear. 3. Focus, to give attention to one thing. Example, focus on your breathing. 4. Mindful, aware of what you're doing in the present moment. Example, be mindful of how you speak.
These are great, Laura. I can use them in real life. Like when I'm nervous before a meeting, I can say, I'm trying to stay calm and focused.
Perfect sentence, Jack. And listeners, you can repeat after us. I am calm. I let go of fear. I focus on this moment. I am mindful. Let's do a small role play to train focus in conversation. Imagine, Jack, you're studying English, but suddenly your phone rings. How will you bring your attention back?
Maybe I'll say to myself, focus, Jack. One thing at a time. Then I'll take a breath and continue studying.
Exactly. You use gentle words to guide yourself, not angry ones. That's how you train your mind to return to peace. Let's teach a phrase to our listeners. Come back to now. It means return to the present moment. Repeat after me. Come back now. I am here. I am learning. Close your eyes if you can. Breathe in calmness. Breathe out stress. Feel your body relax. Feel your mind open. When your mind is empty, your heart has space to understand more. That is the secret to great English learning, not only listening with your ears, but also with your heart. That was peaceful, Laura. It's like my brain just took a little rest. Exactly, Jack. And when your brain rests, it learns faster. How clearing your mind can actually make your English more fluent.
I'm ready for this part because sometimes, Laura, when I speak English, I know the words, but they just disappear when I need them.
Ah, the famous word block. It's not that the words are gone, they're just buried under stress. When your mind is crowded with self-criticism or fear, your brain closes the small doors that release language.
So the problem isn't vocabulary, it's pressure.
Exactly. The same way a crowded street slows every car, a crowded mind slows every word. An empty mind lets sentences travel freely. Here's something interesting, Jack. Confidence isn't a gift. It's a cycle. You feel calm, you speak clearly, people understand. You feel calmer, you speak even better.
So one small success feeds the next.
Yes, but the first spark of that cycle begins with silence, a single moment of mental quiet before you speak.
That's funny because many teachers tell students to practice speaking more, not to pause more.
True, practice is important, but silence is practice too. Every pause gives your thoughts a chance to arrange themselves. Native speakers pause often, not because they're slow, but because they're comfortable with space.
That's a good point. When I listen to you, Laura, you speak slowly, but I remember everything.
Exactly, and that's what our listeners can try. Slower speech, open pauses, fewer filler words.
Let's talk about fear, because fear is the real reason most learners stay quiet.
Yes, fear is energy, strong energy. If you fight it, it grows. If you breathe through it, it softens. When you speak English, your goal is not to destroy fear, but to dance with it.
Dance with fear? that sounds poetic.
Think of dancers. They don't resist the rhythm, they move with it. When your heart beats fast, instead of saying, "Oh no, I'm nervous," say, "Oh, my body is preparing to speak." Change the meaning and the emotion changes too.
That's powerful. So emptiness isn't cold, it's flexible.
Exactly. An empty mind bends. A full mind breaks. Another hidden skill of fluent speakers is deep listening. Most people listen to reply. Fluent speakers listen to understand. When you really listen, you stop thinking of your next line. That mental pause empties the mind automatically.
So if I listen deeply, I'm also training my mind to stay quiet.
Yes, that's why conversation practice should be 50% listening, 50% speaking. Many learners think talking more makes them fluent. In truth, listening calmly builds rhythm, pronunciation, and emotional timing.
That's interesting. Sometimes after listening to podcasts or movies quietly, I notice my English sounds smoother.
Exactly, because your brain absorbs tone and melody while it's relaxed. Think of a child learning its first language. It listens for months before saying anything. Silence, again, is the secret teacher. Let's take an example. Two students are in class. One keeps thinking, "I must speak perfectly." The other thinks, "I'll just share what I can." Who speaks more confidently?
The second one, of course.
Why? Because their mind is lighter. The first student's brain is like a crowded stage. Too many thoughts want attention. The second student has space for words to perform.
That image is so clear. A crowded stage versus an open stage.
Yes, that's what we mean by empty your mind. Make space for the performance of your true self.
Okay, Laura, if our listeners want to try this empty mind fluency, what can they do at home?
Good question. I suggest 3 small habits. 1, speak to yourself slowly. Every morning, say a few English sentences about your day. No rush, no pressure, just slow, natural rhythm. 2, after speaking, pause. Notice how you feel. If tension appears, breathe once before the next sentence. 3, forgive mistakes immediately. The moment you say something wrong, smile and move on. That instant forgiveness keeps your mind clean.
That sounds simple, but I can see how it builds confidence over time.
Exactly. Simplicity is sustainable. Complicated routines fill your mind again. Have you ever felt a moment when English just flows, Jack? When sentences appear automatically?
Yes, it usually happens when I forget I'm speaking English, like chatting with friends online.
That's flow. Flow is the natural state of an empty mind. No fear, no overthinking, only presence. You're not performing, you're being.
So the goal isn't to learn endless grammar, it's to reach that clear state again and again.
Exactly. Grammar and vocabulary are tools. Clarity is the doorway. When you're clear inside, even simple words sound beautiful. Another step toward empty mind learning is replacing negative inner talk. Instead of saying, "I'm bad at English," say, "I'm improving every day." Language reacts to belief.
That reminds me of what you said earlier. Words shape your mind, and your mind shapes your life.
Exactly. Affirmations may sound small, but they reprogram your mental environment. Each positive sentence is like fresh air entering a stuffy room.
So by changing my words, I'm also cleaning my mental space.
Yes, words are thoughts you can hear. Keep them kind and your mind stays clear. We've traveled far in today's conversation, from silence to flow, from fear to confidence. If you remember only one thing, remember this. Your fluency is already inside you. You just have to move the clutter out of the way.
That's encouraging. I think our listeners are feeling lighter already.
Good, because in the final part of this episode, we'll go beyond language. we'll talk about how an empty mind can transform not only your English, but your entire life, your focus, your creativity, your relationships.
That sounds inspiring. Let's keep going.
Stay with us, dear listeners. Take a sip of water, stretch a little, and get ready for the last 15 minutes of peace and motivation.